participants of the podcast are either medical marijuana patients or in a state where it is recreationally legal. Two Fried Eggs podcast does not condone any illegal marijuana or drug use or sales.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Two Fried Eggs podcast, episode 20. Hell yeah, and we have a special guest here with us today. It's me, Adolph, as always, and our great friend, Peelbacks. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hello, baby.
That voice.
I just got goosebumps.
She absolutely tuned it up for that one.
I think my pee-pee moved.
Is my mic working? Hey, baby.
So, yeah, we did tell you, yes, this is a special episode. This is our 20th episode of Two Fried Eggs, man.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. Thank you. I'm not going to lie. Like, this last probably 5 episodes have been harder to put out just because it's just, I don't know, it just feels doesn't have the same kick as it did when we first started. But with having you on here, it's just, you bring such great energy to every conversation we've ever had. I'm looking forward to this episode. I've been looking forward.
Me too.
Since you told me you wanted to be on here months ago, I was like, yes,
you mentioned it, and I was like, okay, let's do it. And I started watching your podcast, listening to your podcast while I'm grinding in a game or something, and I'm thinking, oh, this is so hard to listen to because I want to chime in. I want to say, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I tried that. Oh, you should do. Oh, man, there's not even a place for me to type, and I just didn't want to have this full conversation underneath your podcast of me by myself just listening to your.
Well, we would respond back, I promise. So you wouldn't necessarily be by yourself. But
so you can actually go onto Twitter. We're on Twitter, Two Fried Eggs podcast. We have a Twitter. I'm active on it daily. So if you want to ever post any questions on there, go for it. I would love to hear your feedback of anything you listen to.
All right.
Oh yeah. I apologize for my snotty nose peels. I have to put my nose tampon in from time to time.
I'm telling you, nobody would have noticed. It's not a detractor, I promise.
All right. I think I'm going to start wearing it all the time. Just
as long as blood doesn't start showing up in the tampon.
No blood, no blood.
Good.
I do have a brain-eating amoeba, though. Oh, apparently. Because I used one of them little pot things to try to rinse my sinuses out, and I didn't read the instructions, and I used some tap water. And now I'm pretty sure I have a brain-eating amoeba.
Oh, tap water.
What do you think, Dr. Pepper?
You're not there. Yeah, I was going to say, it depends on where you live.
Well, I live in the city, so my tap water is not the best, probably.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm from Northern California, so we have like fresh water, fresh air. I don't know about that.
Fresh weed.
City folk. Fresh weed. Lots of weed, yeah.
You guys had fresh weed way before everybody else had fresh weed up there. With
Yep. It's a
what
currency.
Is that, Humboldt County or whatever?
Yeah, Humboldt and Mendocino. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up in Shasta.
Okay.
I don't know where that's at.
Mount Shasta, Mount Lassen. It's
I know about Shasta sodas.
Yeah, well, weed is up there. Weed, California.
Oh, well, all right then. There you go.
Have you ever heard of Weed, California?
I have not, but I've heard of did you see the show Murder Mountain?
Yes.
No.
It's a show about Humboldt County and Murder Mountain or whatever.
Oh.
It'll make you never want to go there.
Damn.
Yeah, people just go there and disappear and shit. Well, used to. I don't know about now. Now that
you stumble upon a cartel's fields.
Yeah. Yep.
So I was watching the guy that owns that started Cookies. He has the Web Mania series, and one of them is for Humboldt County. And the whole time I'm watching this episode of him, it's like a 30-minute episode. I'm thinking I'm waiting for someone to come out of the woods and start shooting. Like that's the way that's the way it's portrayed in that documentary. It's not a movie. It kind of
reminds me of the Appalachian Mountains and stuff like that. Like people live up in those mountains.
Isn't it revolved around the pot? Because
it is,
of the pot. Okay.
It is, but you fuck around and you steal something from the wrong person, or you piss off the wrong person, you end up getting buried in a ditch up there. Basically what they were saying.
They were just talking about how people always go there, and the next thing you know, there's all kinds of missing people, like tons of missing people that have never been found, and so on and so forth, because they just disappear into the mountains. It'd
be easy to swallow a body up in those forests.
That ain't no shit.
I always thought that Florida was the easiest place to get rid of a body, but yeah, I guess that place would be good too.
There's people that still hitchhike there. I thought that was the weirdest thing. I'm like, is this the 60s? What's going on? They're hitchhiking. Like, don't you know you're gonna die?
So let me ask you, Pills, are you and I'm going to completely change the subject. Are you are you in the medical field?
I
like real life medical field?
I was a veterinary assistant for many years. Yeah. And so that's really where my medical kind of what little I do know. But then I got into the medical software industry. So I would go and I was an implementation specialist, so I teach them how to use the software and everything. And I would work with the doctors about their workflow and how they go through the different templates and add the meds and the allergies and all that kind of stuff. So it's very similar medicine, veterinary and human. It's just that, you know, animals are furry and feathers and scales. And they
I'm furry.
True.
So's Dolph. We're both furry.
Yeah. Little bears, little baby bears.
So you could operate on us.
Yeah, I just put the thermometer in a different place.
Woo! I was just wondering because, like, when I first met you, because for the people that don't know, like we used to obviously RP together a lot and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And like when I first met your character on there, I kind of thought maybe you were in the medical field of some sort.
No, I'm really good at bullshitting and. I just know certain words that sound really great. Like there's a medication called hydrochlorothiazide, and it sounds like super impressive. If somebody knows what that is, you know, it's like, whoa. So I told someone one time, oh man, your knee, I'm sorry to say, sir, but you've got a really bad case of hydrochlorothiazide. So anybody medical would really get a chuckle out of that because they know that's a medication. So,
that's funny.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
I just didn't know, like when I first met you and stuff, because you know you always when I met you or whatever, you were always RPing as the Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper.
Does you guys? Here's a question for you guys. Do you know her first name?
No.
Pecker. No, I don't know.
No. Belladonna.
Oh,
Belladonna Pepper.
Bell for short.
I knew that.
Bell for short.
I did not know that.
I knew that. I'm way too stoned right now to recall anything. But I remember that because I was watching your stream one night when you were doing great, and you were either doing a interview or doing a first day orientation of a new medic, and you told him your full name.
Oh yeah, it was a woman, huh?
Yes.
No? Did she say? When I told her it was belladonna, she goes, "Did you know that belladonna is a flower that kills people or something like that?"
Yes.
What the?
Yes.
Yeah. Like you didn't know that. You picked a name for a medical character and didn't know that. Absolutely.
Right. So I said, "Yeah, I do know that. Like, I mean, I know it's used in medicine, but it can also be used as a poison and kill people." But I personally thought it was more funny that her name is Bell Pepper.
Yeah, true.
But nobody had caught on to that, or Pecker. And so a lot of people, you mostly kind of started that, I think.
Leroy.
Well,
Leroy. When I played Leroy, yeah, always calling you Dr. Pecker.
Big still to this day doesn't know that your name is Pepper instead of Pecker.
Really?
He never heard anybody call you Pepper.
I've had a couple people kind of laugh and go, it's not Dr. Pecker, it's Pepper. And I think, well, you know, actually that's kind of not far from the truth because the things you guys put your goo-goos in and up your bums, I mean, I'm constantly fixing that stuff. So I'm like an expert in men's medicine.
Let's not forget that my character Leroy, you did install Febreze in his bum to scare away dogs because I always got bit by dogs.
Leroy comes in because his ass kept getting chewed by the dogs at the prison. It was like the third time you came in that week.
That's
and
right.
So I said, you know what you need is some kind of like bear spray or dog spray or something. Well, you said, can't you put some spray? Like, I know, we'll put it on your ass and your butthole so when it comes near you, you can squirt and spray it.
Do the voice.
God damn. Fucking hell.
I said we can change it and make it so it's scented. You could change it for the different seasons.
Well, and I remember we had a drawstring for the booty hole so that I could loosen it to let the change out my Febreze.
Yeah. You came back for refills. You actually came back for refills.
Yeah, I had to get refills. I kept getting bit by dogs. Or Leroy kept getting bit by dogs. So
He's a good patient.
I needed a defensive mechanism.
Oh! I do have a clip that keeps coming up of you. I had to take some skin grafts, so I said I had to get some skin from your butt or something for your face, and I said, yeah. So I took some dick skin to put on your nose. So we were calling you a dick nose.
Because my nose was made out of foreskin. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, and you said, so every time I kiss my girlfriend, I got my dick on her, I rest my dick on her face.
Oh, the joys of GTA RP.
Yeah.
Oh, good times. We had some really good times. There were some fucking horrible times.
Yeah.
Horrible. Some bad times and some good times. Lots of good times.
Because you definitely stayed on the right side by staying in the medical and like doing your little shit that you did with Ellis. Yeah. As you found, gang RP is
it's
toxic. It's toxic. Everybody that gets into gang RP always rage quits.
Yep. Yeah. Well, myself included, right? So I got tired of it.
You weren't though. We were doing business and had no problem playing war with people that wanted to.
Your situation was a little more controversial.
Oh yeah. For the one city we're referring to, yes.
I'm talking even New Day, but that was just toxicity from them.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
They were the largest and most powerful gang in the city. The city catered to them.
Big the ballers.
Time.
Yeah.
Ballers. And that's fine. That's great. But why would you kick every single new gang that's coming up and not even messing with you, just robbing for no reason? It was just piss poor RP that gangs don't go to war with gangs for no reason. Gangs don't sit there and go look for trouble with other gangs unless they come on your turf. Mm-hmm. Like that's basic RP for gangs. And they didn't care. They would venture to everybody else's. We have people come tagging our single block on the beach.
Yeah.
Like the ballers who has a whole fucking bird over there come to our one fucking city block in fucking on the beach side.
It's one building, really, is all we have.
Sandwiched between fucking 3 other gangs. They want to start fucking tagging our area. Like, seriously.
What city are you playing in now?
Right now I am in a new city called Hysteria RP.
No shit.
Yeah.
And you are playing
LSD sometimes, and Dr. Pepper. She came out of retirement.
So Dr. Pepper is self-explanatory. For the people that don't know, explain LSD for.
Oh God, Ellis, ELLIS is her first name.
Ellis,
DEE, right? Yes, it's her last name.
Yes, Ellis.
She claims it's her grandma's name. And the reason why Ellis was even created was because it was my first city, my first 5M city. I had no clue what character creator was like for 5M. I didn't know what I was in for. I have no idea about the keybinds. What do you mean? What's thinking? I didn't know any of that. You know how to think? And I'm like, asshole, I know how to think.
I'm thinking right now, motherfucker.
No, right. Nobody would give me any kind of hand holding or anything. So I'm trying to go through all the different characters, and they just look like dog water. They're just so gross. I get a Danny with tits. I literally have his face. I got to turn that into a woman. So I was struggling so bad, but I found the PEDs, those preset characters. So I started thumbing through them, and I'm like, oh, well, these look fine. I could do something with these. And as soon as I saw Ellis and those tits, I didn't even know that they jiggled. I just saw that she had some jugglers. So I was like, I could do something with this girl. I think she would be fun. I could have fun with her. So I started walking around the city. It literally took 2 weeks for anyone to really warm up to me or believe that I was staying, because I think they all thought I'm a ped and I'm not staying. I'm just a temporary person, you know. But I kept sticking with it, and everybody would tease her and make her assume that she was a junkie or a druggie or whatever. Now, it's hard to imagine without seeing Ellis what she looks like and why people would maybe assume that, but she's very petite, and her hair is like an individual's. and she's got like face paint. Like she just came from Burning Man, which is basically her backstory.
Right.
Came from Burning Man and didn't quite come off of all the mixture of drugs she was probably taking, and quite a bit of brain damage, I think, from her carelessness. She's very accident prone, and so sometimes you'll see her sort of wobble around a bit. People assume that she's drunk when she's just has poor balance.
Leroy saw her wobble, but it wasn't her wobbling around. It was them jigglies.
Yeah. It's her. Hey, that's her hustle. Her jiggle physics are definitely her hustle.
I remember all the time, like when we were playing together and you were on that character, I'd just like keep pushing you to making them jiggle and laughing.
I would stand in front of the older police officers like Jerry, and I would just sort of keep moving. And I'd get my phone out every time I whip out my phone. They were like, "Boy, I love check my phone." Boy, he's like, "Ellis, can you please put your phone away? Just don't pull out your phone." So it's like, I'm sorry.
He was always so much fun to game with.
Yeah, she's a blast. I really like playing Ellis because she doesn't really have any restrictions.
Right.
Not really. I mean, she gets into some mischief. She might do a little illegal activity, but for the most part, it's like trespassing or maybe a little vandalism or interferes with the cops to give them hell and stuff like that.
Just a free spirit.
Yeah, any way the wind blows.
That's a good character, though. That's definitely, it's fun to play. Not really a hardcore criminal, not out there shooting cops or anything, but just having a good time.
No. She says she actually has a little weakness for the man in uniform, which is a bit of a conflict. Like her first boyfriend was a baller. Actually, she had a boyfriend for like 2 weeks. He was a baller.
Oh goodness!
and then she broke up with him for a dude who was like a sergeant or something in LSPD, but he became corrupt, and so she dumped his ass. And then she was with the chief of police for the longest time, the dude that had a mohawk. So they were kind of a good couple.
Hell.
And she broke up with him because she said she had commitment issues. And
so let me ask you a question. And this is kind of off of something I could never wrap my head around. And Bosch, I could never ask you because you don't have a significant other. Peel, do you have a significant other?
I do.
Okay, great. How do you wrap your head around? I know it's another character. I know it's just a character. Mm-hmm. But how do you wrap your head around dating another person in GTA while you have your significant other at home? I personally couldn't do it. Like I tried to like flirt with another character on there, like more than just playful flirting, like to actually like enact into like the RP. I couldn't do it.
It kind of was a little bit of an accident. Like I was just going to act normal. Like I was just I'm just like the rest of everybody. I'm just like you. I mean, just because I have a bikini top on doesn't mean that
you're easy.
It doesn't mean anything more than that. I'm just a girl that's wearing a bikini. I see chicks wearing bikinis all the time, bikini tops a lot, and nobody really thinks.
That's California, though. That's
maybe that's what it is. So, it wasn't until I got the job at Cream the Bean, and the first boy that came up to order something. I mean, it was an adult coffee shop, so our coffees were quickies. Our energy drinks were Power Strokes. We had sexy names for everything.
That's where Biggs met her.
Yeah, probably most people did, because I still to this day have people go, I remember you from Cream the Bean. You sold me. Yeah, I used to get my coffee there. That's all they can really kind of remember.
Yeah, the explicit sounding coffee. Yeah, it was great.
Right. So I think the first person that came, I just naturally immediately just go, hey, what can I get you, baby? And he just acted like I made his day. And that's all I had to say was baby. So anybody that came in, I would try to call him baby. And I got more invites to go on dates than ever. I thought it was really entertaining to see where they're going to take me. Give me your best. Where are you going to take me? How are you going to impress this girl?
I love
One guy got arrested. Another guy would take me to the top of Mount Chiliad. They would try to show off, the views, try to take pictures.
Chiliad's so generic, though.
Oh, yeah. By the fifth one, I said, on the way there, I said, you better not be taking me to the top of Mount Chiliad because
it's so.
Come on,
it's so played. Yeah,
it's been done a million times. Or I hear other girls say, "Yeah, we went to the top of Mount Chiliad." I'm like, no,
it's so romantic.
It's been done. So
if I would have taken anybody up there, we would have died somehow. Guaranteed.
Died.
Okay, well, this is what I was about to say. Was the only person that I've been to the top of Chiliad with was fucking Leroy, and we absolutely died a couple times.
Yeah,
we were base jumping.
I remember going up there, trying to do the base jumping, the tricks or whatever, trying to
holding each other.
He was holding one person, then I was holding him, and we all jumped off and tried to throw each other in the air and get our parachutes out, and fun.
Yeah, we died a bunch that night.
If anything, I think Ellis is probably more of a dick tease because you never see her. I mean, you don't really do. What are you going to do? You can't really do anything. I mean, you really can't, especially if you're streaming. Like if you're streaming, but even if you're not streaming, there's always admins around. Like you're never usually.
Well, I did almost get in trouble on one of the cities I was in because I was getting blowies in the apartments and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, if you're in the apartment you're not alone. You're not alone.
Then I got drunk and I in real life fucking wasted. And right after that, the next thing you know, we were at the hospital on the hospital bed trying to get busy with it. And then somebody came in, one of the cops, and I started, of course, it's like against the rules, and I started fucking shooting. Leroy started popping his fucking gun off in the hospital and shit.
Oh my god.
Next thing you know, I get a message from one of the admins talking about, you're going to be suspended or banned or whatever.
You're
and then then the owner was like, no, you're good. Don't worry about it.
It's great content, man.
Oh, it was so funny, though. It was so funny.
The cops and robbers content we did was a lot of fun. It was when the gang stuff, the gang politics that started going. If we would have never put colors on New Day before the wipe, I think we would have been fine.
Yeah, probably.
We had our thing, but we wanted to push it.
I just get played out. I mean, I don't know about you, Peels, and I don't know but like to me, like I get stressed out about it because I feel like there's too much like downtime. Like I'm constantly trying to figure out ways to put out content all the time, and it ends up stressing me out, which is why I end up getting away from RP a lot.
And that's why the best streamers, like the best like content number streamers to me, and that are the cops. There's always something going on because you're not having to make content up.
Yeah, you don't have to try as much.
The cops, a lot of times, it's the same. I see another chase,
same shit over and over.
Another chase.
But look at their numbers, though.
I know, because it's. I mean, what else is there better to watch? So,
Heels.
Well, I try when I maybe first come into a city, when I first fly in as Ellis, and might buzz around and see people and visit and like get into some shenanigans and start harassing the cops and stuff. But once my monkey business is over and I go off stream, that's when I do my grinding. That's when I'm making my money, when I'm off camera.
Right.
I got you. See, Boss doesn't play off camera. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't play anything off camera, really.
Because nobody does. I mean, a lot of people do want to see you grind. They don't mind. Yeah,
I know. Like on my bed back here, shaking it and stuff.
Or, I see people watching.
Oh, you're talking about in the game? My bad,
the games, right.
Oh, no,
I see people watching, like Truck Simulator. Like people watching Truck Simulator, like that can't be super exciting.
iRacing.
Yeah,
see?
Hey, iRacing is beautiful.
Or I remember Little Pup, driving his truck and streaming a lot, and he wasn't even a big gabber, and a lot of people would watch him for hours on end, just to have him in the background. So some people will watch you grind. I try to make content without making it look obvious, because you can tell some streamers that they must be streaming, they must be YouTubers or something, because they're just coming up with the stupidest, most.
So the way I got into watching GTA on Twitch, you know who Jermaine is?
No.
He was with us on New Day. He was on Red Rum. Huge. He was a pretty big streamer.
Oh, I do know who that is.
Yeah, Sir Jermaine. He's from Belgium.
I just know Skoog.
So what's that?
I only know Skoog.
Jermaine was a really great. Like I watched him for a long time. He's one. Like I said, he got me into this. Like I bought a PC to play Like, just I was like, it looked so much fun. He would every single day he had some kind of like caper to pull off. We're gonna do Mario Karts. We're gonna do like we're all gonna dress like Mario, and we're gonna get like the go karts and rob a bank, and then see who can get away. Like that kind of stuff. Like it was always a gimmick for him, and that was the stuff that I started watching. But he would do that with one character for like an hour and a half. Like he would get through that little thing, and then he would switch over to his cop character, and then be a cop for the next like 3-4 hours of his stream at that point, which was really cool because he's always getting his little capers done, and then getting his guy thrown in jail or whatever that he was doing, and then he'd flip over, and it was just cool to it was cool to watch his personality change from one character to the next.
Yep.
And then it was just good content throughout. So it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I saw, who was it? John, he was married to Kelly. I hope you have an above average day.
Kelly Price.
Yeah, she was good.
I watched him stream one time, and he was delivering FedEx boxes. And then the next thing I know, he's going to his apartment, and he switches into a homeless guy. And then he switched over to like a third character. I was like so impressed. But this was when still only had the one character. I only had Ellis. After 5 months, I finally got the nerve to try another character. And I always wanted to be in medicine, but I didn't realize when you pick a ped, you can't change your clothes.
You can't do anything. Shit.
So how am I going to be EMS? So I finally created another character. Dr. Pepper is a challenge because I have to kind of sort of be a little more professional and unbiased towards the criminals and, the jerks and the assholes, little bitches, little shitbirds.
God, all good to you, though.
Mostly, yeah. I mean, I would come across some shitlords that they just hate women. I don't know what. I'm too outspoken. There's a lot of males that don't like outspoken women, and especially a woman in power. I know. Does that upset you? Does that upset you?
that gets into my toxic masculinity phase.
Oh, no. But I feel like Dr. Pepper off-duty is kind of boring. In my opinion, I don't really like to play her that much because it's very vanilla. She's very...
You can't do anything.
I mean, I can't do anything. I can't, steal a car so I can get across town. I got to, go out of my way to... That's
one thing with Public Works on New Day or whatever. It was you couldn't break the law or do anything, but it's like when other people were on, they were weird enough that it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But then the driving around, again, the monotony of the boring part of it, just driving around in the tow truck and stuff a lot, just got played out to me. So I ended up moving on.
You didn't have a lot of really good interactions with your customers when you went to...
I did sometimes, but a lot of times I tried, and then there were some, but a lot of times, like the cops and stuff, they're just like, "Here, we need this towed," and blah blah blah, and then they're on to the next thing.
Business.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But now, don't get me wrong, there was some really good interactions, but there was a lot of time too where, like for one on New Day when I played, I would go live, and then 2 hours or an hour and a half later, then the storm would come in when they restart the server. And then, so that was a big chunk of it. And then they had it set to where it was like 20 minutes before or after the storm, you couldn't really do anything. So there was a whole dead area in there for.
Oh, true.
We couldn't do any crime.
Yeah, you couldn't do shit, and there wasn't anything going on. So, and then even after that 20-minute period, it takes people time to get to where they're doing stuff, and then the cops are arresting people and all that. So it just was a lot of dead space in there.
Yeah.
It just got, I don't know. I enjoyed all the people. Like the people at the Public Works on New Day were fucking amazing. Like they were so fun and creative as far as their RP and shit.
The only issue I have with New Day is, a couple things. A, they don't allow peds. So I'm very upset about that.
Right.
B, they wouldn't let me use LSD as her name.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, they don't want meme names or fake, obviously stupid names or whatever.
But yet the whole city has a bunch of drugs and shit in it. So what the fuck is the problem with?
I don't know.
It makes no sense. Like you can literally make cocaine and be a kingpin in there.
Couldn't use his name.
Yeah,
no, he was pissed off about that.
I was for him. I was just like, oh, I don't know, is this the right city for me? And then TeamSpeak was fine with me the first several months. I was okay. Right. I just didn't have enough time in there. because I was working on Nightshade. But then they had switched. They did an update, and they went back to TeamSpeak after trying something else, and it was never the same and wasn't working. I couldn't hear my patients in the hospital. So it was no good. Oh, I'm fucked. If I can't hear, I can't play on here. And I opened a ticket. I worked with several people. I mean, and nothing worked, just nothing for whatever reason. And so it's like, I just keep my foot in the door just to check it and see if the sound works. And it's very serious. It's a very, very serious city. So when we used to complain in Great City, well, which people are more serious? We have some serious RP. But then when I got to New Day, and I was like, shit, this is kind of too serious, actually.
It's stressful.
Yeah, I don't think my game is up to par. Like, I got to be careful with it when I'm driving. I got to be careful who I'm making jokes with. I'm not a ped.
Shit, I just went flying through there. I'd fucking be all over the place. But then, like, some of the cops, like, when there was one lady cop in there I had fucking words with and shit, you know, we got kind of a little bit upset and so on and so forth. But it is what it is. I still want to go back and try it since I got a new PC, so I wouldn't mind going back and just seeing how it would run and, you know, if I could use some of the graphic stuff and all that. Because before I had to turn everything down to play it because my old PC was
and we
struggling.
Never ran into each other, which was
I know,
such a bummer. Just
not a New Day.
No.
Not a New Day.
So
yeah, you could have been Jeb's girlfriend. Jeez.
I know. I wanted to hook up with his girlfriend so that he had two bitches after him or fighting over him or something like that, you know.
Blueberry was awesome.
That was Leroy, Blueberry.
She was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I loved her. She came in and so timid, and then like 2 days with Leroy, and she was
we were going around blowing up gas stations and shit. Yeah.
Jeez.
It was awesome. Just to watch the transformation. I was in the city and watching the stream, which I don't fucking care. They can kiss my ass. I always did anyway.
God, I hate that fucking rule.
It sucks. Like it tries to take away from Twitch. I'm not about metagaming. You know, I never did it. I would always, even though I know exactly where you were, when I would come into the city, I would still call you or hit you up with whatever. I never used stream to do anything.
Right.
So it would just piss me off that they're trying to take revenue away from you and views away from you.
Can I just say something about that whole meta rule is they've created that rule for people who use it to have an advantage over their competitor.
Exactly.
Right? It's not for, you friends and friends can't get together that way. You guys shouldn't be getting together. You know, it's like, I don't think you guys care that people are getting together. It encourages someone to get in your server and then stay in your server because they found their friend, not rage quit and get sad or what. Who gives a shit if they met it because they're meeting at an event? They're meeting at, you know, it's when there's a gang war going on or it's police versus the crims and things like that, and people do abuse it and they use it. They're not supposed to, but other than that, I think if you're supporting your buddy, I mean, you're on the same team. How is that?
Yeah, I always hated it because I don't give a fuck. Like the game is secondary to my channel. You know what I mean? Like, so to play GTA and have it to be like, well, now my friends that are playing GTA with me can't watch my channel is bullshit. I've always hated that fucking
Every
rule.
last one of us still.
Yeah, I know.
They can eat a dick.
I fucking hated that rule. I got into it with some other admins and stuff like that. Not in New Day, but just it's such bullshit. I'm like, because instantly my views would, you know, as soon as I started playing. Oh, hi, kitty behind.
I see.
Sorry, I got my ADHD kicked in.
That's the first time she's been around to the recording.
That was one of my biggest bitches about streaming GTA is that fucking rule.
Yeah.
And it's already so hard to fucking grow on. Like, it's so hard to get a following.
Well, and part of the reason why you join these communities is because it does help you with exposure and getting support and things like that. And how are you supposed to do that if they tell everybody to go away while you're performing, you know, or whatever?
And that's why I liked Great when I first started streaming, because the first night I went streaming on Great, fucking dude announced me in chat, said, hey, let's get this guy as many followers as possible. and I didn't even see it. I didn't know. I had no clue. Next thing you know, I had fucking 45 people on my stream. My first night in there, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I had no clue. And finally, like, you were posted in stream. We came here to show the support for Great, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck, you guys are blowing me away. It's the
best night of your streaming career, you know? Like, you've got a huge support. Like, I became affiliate in less than 10 minutes. And everybody was just like throwing shit. I was so frazzled. I couldn't even talk. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't expecting all these pop-ups and all this chat and just the donations and just like constant. I was so totally blown away. It was blown away. So the support was just like amazing. And I think that's what they need to kind of encourage that and monitor it if someone's abusing it.
Yeah, but the streamer ourselves and can monitor that just as well as the admins, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then clip it out and say, hey, we're having issues with this guy. It shouldn't be everybody's instantly you just automatically assume that everybody's gonna be a shithead, you know what I mean?
I've had one or two admirers show up, even on DayZ. I'm up way up in Tissy, right? I'm way up at Tissy, and all of a sudden some boy shows up at our Stretch is there, Tack and Cowboy maybe, and we were all of a sudden there's like some boy at the back door dying, literally died at the back gate. And I'm thinking, what is he doing? Like, and I find out it was some dude that was in my stream, and I'm thinking,
he was trying to catch up with you.
I didn't even know him though, and I'm all the way at the very, very, very top of the map. He would have had to run all the way from the beach nonstop. He got attacked by wolves. I think he avoided a bear, and then he was sick. It was cold. He was wet, and he died at the back door. And I was just like, and he told me in my chat, like, "Oh, that's me. I'm at your back door." I was just like, "What do you do? What?"
Yeah, I've been stream sniped so much playing everything. That's why I quit Atlas. That's why I quit Atlas, and originally that's why I quit DayZ as well. Because the stream sniping got so bad that it was just not worth it to play anymore.
You're just fun to tease and harass and.
No, we had fun, but they're like, because when I was first really popping on DayZ, it got real bad. Just it was all kids, and shit like that. And then Atlas, when I was playing Atlas, it got so bad to where I couldn't even log in. Like, I would log in and get my ship to go to like sail or leave port or whatever on that game, and they'd be waiting for me outside to sink me. As soon as I logged in, because they'd see where I logged out, and then they'd be waiting. And as soon as I go live, they'd fire up and be there. Bam. And
assholes.
That was me. Sorry.
Dolphin.
Such an asshole.
That was wild times back then, though. I was fucking getting shitty.
That was when you were a titty streamer.
That's true. Yes, I did do the Britney Spears stream. I did was on DayZ for 1,000 followers. That was probably the craziest stream I've ever done. And then
I don't know if I could do that.
Oh man, it was fun. We had a blast, dude. It was a fucking wild time.
Surprised you remember it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a lot of clips. A lot of the clips got deleted, though. I mean, there was tons of clips from that night, hundreds. I wouldn't say hundreds, but probably 50 or 60 of them.
Yeah.
From just that stream. And then I ended up getting suspended or banned or whatever for a little bit. And a lot of those clips went bye-bye. But yeah, all good. So what originally got you into streaming? How long have you been streaming?
Oh, after playing around in Great for a while, I don't know. I don't know why I got that wild hair at my ass. I'm much older, let's say, than everybody that I game with, because everybody's mostly like between the ages of like 19 and 32. Most.
We're not.
I know you guys aren't, but you're not 90% of the players out there. I think anybody that's over 40 is like maybe 5-10%, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying really hard not to be offended right now.
Yeah, I'm
older than both of you guys, so I mean, come on.
It doesn't matter to me. You're still just.
It's a fact. I mean, it's a fact. It's not an insult. It's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. It's just, it is what it is. And
you might be surprised though, Peels, because there was a lot. Like our whole generation grew up through games. Like we've grown up with games since we were itty bitty.
Well,
when I played Good.
Sorry, I was going to say there's even less women, older women that game.
She's licking her shit.
Oh, fuck yeah, I was looking at it.
A little yoga.
Yeah. Get it.
You dirty kitty.
Look at.
Yeah, you.
Whoop.
We're watching.
Yeah, you're on film. You embarrassed now? Huh?
We'd be looking at you, black pussy.
Yeah, that's what she is. She is an all black pussy. Horrible.
Fucking hell. Squirrel. Fucking hell.
What were you saying?
I have no clue. I got distracted by the black pussy.
Bro, you're the sober one here. Come on.
So I've drank a whole glass and a half of wine. Thank you. With the pinky out.
Not enough.
Pinky out. Talking about old school gamers.
Oh, and when I played EverQuest too.
Yeah, he's old. He forgot.
Yeah, I'm old.
Because
there's the whole clan was called Old School, and you had to send in an ID that showed that you were over 30 years old to be in this. And it was like 15,000 people in this clan.
Wow.
It was a great, yeah. So I'm saying, like, it is insane the amount of, like, not senior, obviously, but I mean, middle-aged gamers. We all grew up with this. Like, when Nintendo came out, I was 5. Was it 86? 85.
Yeah, me, motherfucker.
It was early 80s. I mean,
yeah, it was early.
So I was like 5 or 6, somewhere in there. I've gamed ever since. Like, I mean, I grew up poor, so I wasn't able to have a gaming console, but friends did, so I made friends that had gaming consoles. We would stay the night all the time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I grew up gaming throughout my whole life. Like, I took breaks for 10 years at a time, 5-10 years sometimes. Like, I missed the whole PS3, Xbox 360, the whole series. Like, when that was coming in and out.
Yeah.
I had a PS1, PS2, nothing PS3, and then PS4, and then I went back and bought a PS3 because I wanted to have it for my collection. No, did the same thing for an Xbox 360. I went back and bought it. Oh, I have a
what
bunch
a
of
diva.
games. I have like 7. No, but okay. So I grew up dirt ass poor. We couldn't afford any of this stuff.
Yeah.
So now that I can, I work very hard. So I want to get for me to spend $40, $50.
You don't have to defend yourself, Dolphin. It's fine.
I'm not.
It's fine.
I'm just saying the reason I do it. But for like $40, $50, if I find a good deal for an old gen console, I'm gonna pick it up. Like, I picked up my PS3 with like 8 games and a 32-inch television for $100. Like, you can't beat that. It was
no
hoarder.
2 controllers. What's that? Hoarder. Yeah.
Oh.
My parents got us an Odyssey because they didn't want to spend the money on an Atari.
I love it.
We were always a console behind. So, like, when Super Nintendo came out, we got the NES. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. We were always a console behind, like a generation behind growing up.
I would be okay with that. We didn't even do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't even get that close. We couldn't afford anything. So my glasses got a smudge.
Sorry. If I was there, I'd give you a hug.
I want a fucking hug. I want a console.
If I was there, I'd spit
only a hug from behind, though.
Glasses.
Spit on
I was about to pull my pants down. You guys spit on glasses?
Sorry,
pull these back up. Sorry about that. Oh, damn.
My mistake.
Fuck, they'd already hit my ankles. Fucking hell. It's been a while. What can I say?
Oh, my God.
Goodness gracious. This is getting out of hand very, very quickly. I love it.
Oh, man. So what are your plans, like, what as far as your stream goes and stuff like that? Like, you pretty much just stick with GTA as your main, or do you?
Oh my God, you're talking about goals now, huh?
Yeah. Do you have goals?
No, I don't.
You just go.
Honestly, I wanted to just be a variety streamer because I don't want to just stick to one game. I mean, I've watched some people play hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of a game, and I'm like, man, even I'm getting kind of tired of it. Like, how does Shroud play fucking PUBG for 10 hours a day for years on end? Yeah. All of those guys, and it's like, I just I have to rotate a little bit. I've got a passion for DayZ as much as I do for GTA. I get something different out of them as I do, like, with Sons of the Forest that I'm playing. Like, I need to have a variety. I get bored pretty easy. I'm a Gemini. And why are you like,
I laughed because it's what you sent that when we were talking about you coming on here. It was one of the first things you told me.
That's right. I
love it. Like I grew up learning about zodiacs because a couple of my the friends of my sisters, they were into it and stuff.
Yeah,
and it was cool and intriguing, and surprisingly, it's accurate a lot. Like
I don't know shit about it really,
and that's okay. I don't know much either.
I would take it with a grain of salt. I always found it just kind of entertaining to see if it's close, if it's not close, or anything like that. But I think I'm trying not to work so hard and work as many hours as I have. I'll burn out. I don't sleep enough. I don't eat as well. I need to exercise. Like I'm so out of shape and like I'm not taking good care of myself because of this.
I'm in
hobby.
shape, all right.
I did that too. Shit.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to take it easy a little bit more and try to just focus on myself. Fortunately, I have a small following of like 10 regular people that show up all the time. And then I get rated, which is awesome, especially when Bosch rates, because then I'll get a little boost, which I highly appreciate, and it makes my night. So there's just something about it that just keeps me going. I don't know what it is. I'm going to be gaming anyway, so I might as well. I might as well just roll the camera because
that's exactly what I told Dolph. I'm like, he was asking me about starting streaming and stuff. I'm like, dude, you're going to be playing games anyway, so why not go live?
And the reason I even started, I thought I wanted to go back to streaming. Was because I'm not playing GTA anymore, so I'm not going to be stressed out about getting content together because that's, as you both know, it's a pain in the ass. We just talked about that. I know DayZ I want to play on the stream, and I want to play Sons of the Forest in there, and I know that not only do all of our friends play those games, so it'll give me people to play with, but it'll also, I mean, if anybody comes over from y'all's streams that when you guys aren't streaming, it's even better. Yep. I get some of the little bit of viewage in there too, so. I think it's good. And honestly, after playing Sons today, I'm excited. It's a
you like
really,
survival games?
I don't like survival games.
Really?
Isn't that what you're hearing, Peels? Is that he likes survival games?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's what he just said. I don't know why he's in fucking denial.
I mean, what survival games have you played in the past that made you think I don't like survival games?
So, the ones that I played DayZ, which I like. Played Grounded, hated that.
Grounded sucked. I hated that too, and I like survival games.
Stranded Deep, I played that, liked it for a little while.
It was okay.
It
was fun for what it was. Once I got a handle on the game and how to like actually hunt, it was easy. It was stupid.
Stranded Deep to me was a good survival game for like a week or two, and after that I was done.
It's an indie game. Like they only just barely finished it. So
yeah.
Now I'm playing Sons of the Forest. I played today for 2 hours on Peaceful. So there's no cannibals, there's no mudmen, there's no nothing.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see if I like the game mechanics and everything of it, and to learn the game mechanics without being stressed out of having those things attack me while I was trying to figure this shit out. Because I'm not a good gamer. I never have been. I just there's certain games that I got
to being old.
It is, and having arthritis since I was 20 doesn't hurt.
I'm just as old. I'm just talking shit.
Older, and I don't think I'm a bad gamer.
Oh, I'm terrible. Well, I mean, I'm a pro gamer. What the fuck am I?
Well, it depends. It depends on the game you're talking about. Like DayZ, you're great at because 5% is shooting. Maybe 5% is the shooting of that game. 95% is how you survive, how you stalk, and how you integrate with it. Like everything you do about that game, you're amazing at, except for the shooting part.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
But the shooting part is so small in that game, though. Think about it. How often do you see people, even in a 40 to 80 person server, how often are you seeing people that you don't know?
Yeah. I mean, true. It's
so the shooting part is the small part of it.
It all depends on too how you're looking at it, because if you're seeking people out, you can run into people all the time.
Like you hear firing, some people just immediately run to it.
And they instantly go towards that
direction.
See, I go the other way. That's I'm a sneak and peek kind of guy. You guys have played with me. The problem is I can't see shit in DayZ. Like, for some reason, it's always, like, hazy. Like, you guys can pick people off from the distance and see...
But that just comes with the experience.
I have to get it because
you just have to play more. You just have to play more.
Even if I see them though, normally I just shoot around them anyway. Like I do like a outline of them, and then they shoot me, and I'm dead. Yep. That's how that works.
By the time those damn kids see me, I'm already dead.
Hey, we did pretty good there on that one server. I don't remember what it was, but where we were all rocking the yellow armbands, I got a couple kills on there. Yeah, I killed some people there.
I got a couple. I think
I might be getting better.
I can tell you, your combat in Suns has been good since you figured out how to aim.
Out the arrows. Yeah,
that's the
main thing. Yeah, it's hard without crosshairs.
It's stupid. Like I'm trying to do it on a 40-inch fucking screen.
One thing about Suns too is like the different types of arrows you use all react differently.
They fly different.
Yeah, they fly different. Like the basic stone arrows, you got to kind of lob like they arch, and then once you get into like the printed arrows that are off the 3D printer and stuff, them things are like lasers. So they just
So I checked an exploit today when I started. I just wanted to see if it would work because I was watching like the tips and tricks.
You duping logs?
I was not logs. I was no. The stuff that when you first
in the suitcases.
In the suitcases, you can literally come in, loot it all, make a base, save it, exit, come back in, and then just do that a couple times, and you're full of shit.
Oh, get stacked up. I got you.
Yeah, you're stacked up, and I'm not going to lie. I will do this every chance I get. I'm not a good gamer. I'm the guy that does all the side missions before I start the main. But I want to be able to, I like being OP.
My son's the same way, man. Like I'm like, dude, I don't get it. To me, I want that struggle. Just like on DayZ when I'm playing it and stuff, I prefer a vanilla. I want it to be hard. I want that struggle. To me, if I did that, it would ruin the game to me.
Yeah, and I think there's a rainbow. There's like a spectrum there. I'm a little lean towards I'm going to exploit that a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to do that until I'm comfortable. Yeah. And then I won't rely on it. I won't need to rely on that, but I will do a little cheating. Like now,
I'm not talking shit either. To each their own. I mean, that's just me personally. When I play, man, I don't know. Like my son's all the time. He's like, it's so much fun. You should try doing this, doing that. I'm like, man, I just can't do it. I want to just play the game the way it's, That's just
so. Suns isn't about survival anyway. Like surviving in the Suns is so easy. It is the easiest. That's not even a.
Well, wait a minute though. You guys have a base that's on water that doesn't freeze, right?
Yeah,
correct.
I am down by the beach, and there's hardly any resources or trees, and I have to go a distance to find running water. That's
you choose where you build your base.
I know that. But I'm just saying that
shit up and go, girl.
So I actually have 2 bases on my map so far. I'm gonna do a few more because I'm finding some beautiful spots as I'm running around, and I'm like, ooh, I'd love to live here, and I'd love to live there, and so I'll probably play around with that. My very first base that I found, there's a cave on the beach. I built my base up against the cave.
Well, when you open it, it's going to be fucking horrible.
Have what?
Have you opened it?
Like, is the cave cleared?
No, I went down and cleared it eventually. Yeah, I did. But I mean, even in any cave, if you go in it, there's no one right there.
Well, true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I was trying to get away from enemies
that out of those caves, I think.
Yeah. You start seeing more spawns from inside the caves when you.
I don't know if you don't actually come out of there.
No,
though.
They don't.
I just know, when you open up caves, next thing you know, you'll start seeing cave dwellers.
Yeah, in the forest, they had it to where once you clear them, the bosses don't respawn, but the minions might eventually come around. In Sons of the Forest, I think I see everybody come back.
Yeah, it looks like that. The one we went in today, it looked like everything had come back. Like all I call them the toothy vagina looking dudes and all that stuff had come back.
Toothy vagina, yes.
Yeah.
We love the toothy vaginas.
Vagina fingers.
Right. That's my favorite.
Oh, dear Lord, help us all.
I just like poking them with my stick.
They're hard. And there's sharks.
You got to get them from behind,
It's a lot of fun. And they're going to be releasing a ton of stuff pretty soon. They're going to do an update in a week, I think.
Yeah, 6 days. 6 days. It was like when I started it up this morning or today for the stream, it was 6 days and like 18 hours or some shit.
Yeah. It's just like the Forest. They kept doing updates constantly for 10 years or something.
I wonder how big of an update it's going to be. Like, if it's like content update all, or is it just adding in stuff, building stuff, or who knows? It'll be interesting.
Oh, I know. I think there's someone. I watched a video last night, but I was tired and was half paying attention. But I think they're going to be allowing hotkeys.
That's already in.
Oh.
Yep, it's in now. So what you do is you bring up your inventory and just mouse over whatever you want, and then hit 1 through 0, and it'll set it up. Yep.
Okay, I saw that little tiny box on the items, and I thought, what is that? It looks like a checkbox, but I can't click on it, so it shows you the number.
Yeah, that shows the number. Yeah, when you mouse over it, and then in your inventory, and you hit it, the number will show up there.
Gotcha, that's cool.
So it's good to go, which is pretty dope. It makes it a lot better.
Did you guys find a laser printer yet?
Yes.
Did you make a snow sled?
Yeah, but I don't know how to use it. I got the sled, but I was up in the mountains and I couldn't figure out how to get on.
You didn't put it in your hands? You didn't equip it?
I had it in my hand.
Oh,
I was pushing buttons and things.
You just
I would be the pro gamer and smashing buttons.
I was doing like I did when I played Mortal Kombat when I was a kid, just mashing everything and nothing happened.
That shit works.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes.
I'll have to try. I haven't.
There was a way to ride it because I've seen somebody fucking riding the damn thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. I did make one, so I don't know. You need to get your ass in there. And
I know. I want to join you guys.
If anything, to fuck shit up. Saturday, remember?
We can just go. Sledding together. We can all go sledding together.
Yeah, hot chocolate.
Jesus. No, but seriously, I'll be streaming it Saturday. I know Chris said he's going to play. Hopefully you can. We're going to do a multiplayer.
Oh, so, nice.
I won't be there. I don't like you guys.
You're not invited.
I'm joking. I got my daughter on the weekend, so I might jump in. I mean, now I may jump in and just troll you motherfuckers a little bit. Jump out, I'm going to be the sniper up there with the arrows, lobbing them, like trying to hit you guys down while you're sledding down the mountain.
Oh,
or
my
whatever.
God.
I'm just going to be sneaking around trying to lob arrows at you guys.
But, rude.
Well, Peels, I really do appreciate you coming on here and hanging with us and talking to us. I feel like we could talk a lot more, but we are coming up on that hour mark.
I feel like you're my therapist now.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, time's up. Pay your fucking bill and get the fuck out. No, but
you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Goodbye.
Right.
Let it by.
Well, guys, if you don't, make sure you check out Peelbacks on Twitch as well as YouTube, right?
Yep.
And all that fun stuff. Dolphin Fan Gaming, right? Getting ready to fire up and start streaming. And fuck Bosch Gaming. Don't worry about that shit.
I don't watch that shit anymore.
Peels, I love you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. It's always so much fun hanging out with you and gaming with you.
I love you too, baby. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you very, very much. And until next time, guys, thanks for listening.
Thanks. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, that stuff too.
Dickhead.
Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe below if you like our content. New episodes dropping every Friday. Stay tuned.